What up? What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay / College Football Talk with Jay. Got a couple of college football picks. Probably give you three of them. I got one of them for tomorrow as well that we're gonna hop on. Let's let's get straight to it. What's up, Matt? I see you, my guy. I like to see it. My first comment, man. But let's keep it going. Let's keep it going here, my guy. A-Tone, Free Mind. I see everybody in chat. Richie, Mark, Darian, Detroit Gator, Joy, everybody, Canadian Bacon, my guy. I see everybody, man. Let's get straight to it. It's all business here on the show. First, real quick, I'll let you know the college football play that I am on. I am on Tulane plus the one here, guys. So I'll recap them at the end of the show. I know this game starts at, I believe, 12 o'clock Eastern. So got a couple hours for that one starts. I am on Tulane there plus the one. Cincinnati been basically teetering on this loss. This loss has been coming all season. Both teams 9-2. Cincy is 5-0. Here at the house here. Now, I know their quarterback is out. Backup quarterback is mobile, but you're going up against a tough Tulane defense here today. Give me Tulane here plus the one, guys. Now, let's get into some NBA. It's all business here, guys. First game up. We're going to the streets of Charlotte here, guys. We got the Wolves here. Laying 5 points. It was at 4 last night. I believe it opened up at 3.5. So I'll be honest, guys, if you got something that you're liking, you might want to try to look at these games the night before. If something's really nice, the lines are going to move. Basically, everything that I'm liking today, them basically move. But let's talk about it here. Hornets getting 5 at the house versus the Wolves. Wolves starting to get hot. They've won 5 straight games, playing with plenty of confidence and momentum, guys. They've lost. They had lost 4 straight to Charlotte before their previous win last year in overtime. So maybe the Wolves are starting to figure out this Hornets team. Hornets really banged up as well. Maybe tanking. I know a lot of people don't think that certain teams will be tanking. They still have all the incentive to tank. You will still have better chances to get one beyond. Don't worry about what Silver says, guys. He's still going to go to one of the worst teams over there. So Hornets may not be trying to win. I'll be honest. I think LaMelo Ball could have been and came back. Now, obviously, he came back and injured his ankle again, but I think they're kind of just taking it slow with LaMelo Ball. Like I say, Hayward, he's questionable here with a little shoulder contusion. That's one of those injuries that's coming up. It's like, hold on, are you actually injured or what's going on? So remember, Dennis Smith Jr. is out, LaMelo Ball is out. If they're missing Hayward, although he hasn't been playing that well, he's still one of their main ball facilitators. Still has the ball in his hands. One of their point guards as well. So it will matter. Basically, only point guards on the roster right now are Terry Rozier. And what's the guy? What's the other guy's name? Little small guy, man. The little rookie over there, man. They got in trouble for drinking and driving, but regardless of that, man, they only got a couple of point guards. Wolves match up well with this team across the board. I don't have an official play on this game. The Wolves do have Warriors on deck, but the Hornets are ass, my guy. So that's what I have written down. Warriors on deck, but Hornets are ass. So in theory, Wolves could look ahead to this game. This is a team that I don't think they went back home for Thanksgiving, but I'd lean Wolves here. They should be able to clean up the Hornets. They're playing a lot better basketball right now. Don't like the fact that they have Warriors on deck. Last game a little road trip, but Wolves, the only way I could look in this game. I'd be surprised if they didn't get it done. So this is one of those games where it looks easy to take the Wolves, but they should be able to come in here and get it done. That's the only way I could look at this one. Wolves minus the 5, guys. Let's get to the next game here. We're going to the streets of Orlando here. We got the Magic. They've lost 8 straight games to the 76ers here. Now they're a favorite here, minus 2.5. Obviously, this is the perfect opportunity to get a win over these Sixers if you're going to get one. They are 4-1 ATS last 5 after ATS loss. Sixers coming here 2-5 against the spread last 7 in Orlando. They're an absolute walking wounded. Now, the bench guys, they were playing strong. Guys like Niang. They still have guys like DeAnthony Milton as well. Who else they got? So Shake Milton and DeAnthony Milton. They have some great guys over here, man. Guys, obviously PJ Tucker. Paul Reed is coming off the bench and balling, but I don't have a great feel for this game. I know Banchero is back for the Magic, his first game back in a while. It's just a tough game for me, man. Do we want to take Magic here as the favorite? I lean that way, especially with them getting their butts kicked versus Sixers for so long. It's a tough game for me. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sixers, with their bench group here, were able to do enough, right? They have the better offense. I do know that Okiki is questionable for the Magic. Looks like, like I said, Banchero is back. Looks like Wendell Carter Jr. questionable, possibly could be back as well. Tough game for me, guys. Not something I'm super interested in, but I would lean towards the Magic minus the 2.5 there. Obviously, the numbers all over them. They've been getting their butts kicked by Philly forever. If you don't win now, I mean, I'm not sure when you're going to be able to get a win over the Sixers here. So heavily lean Magic. If I had a free bet in this one, I would definitely be taking the Orlando side in this one, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of New York here, guys. We have the Knicks laying 3.5 points at the house. I don't care, man. Knicks can't be laying points versus anybody right now, in my opinion. This is not their role right now. The Knicks have been, they're better when they're getting points, right? First game back at the house for the Knicks as well. They're only 1-6 ATS after a win. Their first game home after a 5-game road trip, guys. They were on the road, 5th game in 7 days. Now they've had 2 or 3 days off. Obviously, probably a little fat and happy as well after Thanksgiving. 0-8 against the spread last 8 home games versus winning road teams over 60%, guys. So that's what they're in now. The Blazers, they're 5-1 against the spread last 6 road games. They're in desperate need of a win, 4 straight losses, 7-1 against the spread as a dog from 3 to 7 points this year, guys. So this is their point spread range that would you like to take the Blazers. Now I'll be honest with you guys. I had to do a little research. I'm looking on Instagram and shit. Josh Hart drinking champagne and then drinking a glass of wine. It kind of looks like he was back at the house. He was definitely in the house. I don't know for sure because I'm just looking at this, guys. Portland is supposed to be the top player of the day here. You see what I'm saying? I'm just talking something out. I think it's going to be somewhat of a funky day in the NBA. Obviously, everyone had yesterday off. I'm hoping Portland didn't fly back home. I mean, I understand that like your family it's bigger than the NBA, to be honest with you. It is, but it's like, if you're trying to win here, if you're trying to take your craft serious and you were just in Cleveland, why would you fly back home to Portland and then have to fly back to New York today? So I was trying to get a clear up on that because if they didn't go back home, I'd like to take the Blazers here. This is too many points here, guys. This is too many points. You see what I'm saying? But I want to take the Blazers here. This line was at +5 last night. I'll be honest with you. I put a little something on it. Not sure if I want to go all the way official with it, to be honest with you. You see what I'm saying? Not sure because if they went back home, that's going to be a terrible spot for the Blazers, but they have been losing. This is a desperate need from them. Personally, I got someone Blazers +5. I do agree with them +3.5 here, guys. It's just I'm worried if they went back to Portland. So I hope that makes sense. Josh Hart hopefully wasn't drinking too much last night. They're in a desperate spot here. Knicks are in a fade spot. Blazers the only way I could look here, guys. We're going to probably go with one top play today, but I have a little some on the Blazers. Cashed out a little some of it, to be honest with you. After I'm just looking, Blazers should be the top player today, guys, but I'm a little bit worried they went back to Portland. So take it how you like, my guys. So heavily lean to the Blazers there. Let's go over here to the streets of Memphis here, guys. We got the Grizzlies here getting 2 points at the house versus the New Orleans Pelicans, guys. The Pelicans are hot right now. They're 5-1 straight up and against the spread last 6 games. They match up very well versus the Memphis Grizzlies here, guys. Grizzlies only 1-4 straight up in ATS last 5 games. The only way I could look at this was the Pelicans. I know that the Grizzlies, in theory, would be a revenge spot, but I don't care, my guys. I don't care, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good here. But yeah, lean Pelicans here, +2 on the road. Zion, how much did you eat for Thanksgiving? But it doesn't matter here. Lean Pelicans here, guys. They're hot. They're playing some good basketball. Grizzlies still trying to figure things out with Jaren Jackson Jr. over there. Josh came back, but could still be a little banged up. Tough game for me, guys. It's a tough one. I can really see it going either way, but Pelicans match up really well with these guys, in my opinion. The Pelicans are the better team this year, guys. This isn't the same Grizzlies that you guys know, especially with Bane still out as well. Wouldn't be surprised if the Pelicans got it done there. Let's go over here to the streets of Indiana here, guys. We got the Pacers getting 3.5 points versus the Brooklyn Nets. It's all positive vibes, guys, in the chat, guys. All positive vibes. I know that some people try to bring negative energy, but it won't work here, guys. It won't work. But it's all positive vibes here, guys. Going to the streets of Indiana here. Like I say, man, the Pacers, they've been red hot, somewhat bubble burst, though, after losing their 5-game winning streak, right? So they lost their last game. Last home game before a 7-game road trip. Where's the Nets head, right? You're going to head out on the road for a while. You're going to be without your family for a while. Kiss the babies goodbye. You see what I'm saying? The Nets starting to pick up steam here. 3-1 straight up and ATS last 4 games. They can smack Indy if they want to, guys. Remember, these two teams played earlier this season at the house where Indy, they won the first game outright as underdogs. That's as like double-digit underdogs. That's when the Nets were really, they didn't have things figured out. Next game, what happened? Nets come out there, smoke them first quarter, first half, and then they end up giving up the lead full game. They did win, but didn't cover the game. So, but they showed us something. They can smack up the Pacers if they want, guys. It's simple. So I'd lean Nets here, minus the 3.5. Line open up at 3. I like where it's going up to 3.5 here, guys. Pacers been playing playing hot, but the Nets need to stack up wins. And with the new coach Vaughn, he's going to preach to them, hey, we got to beat some of these teams that we're better than. So lean Nets there minus the 3.5, guys. I just want to make a note. Even though I'm not making an official play on these games, I'm letting you know how I would bet it. You see what I'm saying? So basically, it's if you're watching it, just because I don't have an official play, that doesn't mean that I don't like for it to hit. I'm not going full volume Jay like I did the other day, guys. So lean Nets here. Wouldn't be surprised if they got it done. They should get it done, but nothing official for me there. Let's go over to the streets of Milwaukee here, man. We got the Bucks. I saw my guy Matt in the chat. You know, Matt. But we got the Cavs here, man. They're getting hot. They're 4-0 straight up and ATS last 4 games. Revenge game, Jay lost. They just lost 113-98 without Jared Allen. That was the key. Now, what happened in the game? They were still up 47-37. You dig what I'm saying? Still came out there hot in the first half, even without Jared Allen, their most important player. Midway through the second quarter, they were up 47-37. Then they gave up a 12-2 run. The game was pretty much over after that. The Bucks took a 1-point lead going into halftime. Second half, they absolutely got whatever they wanted into the paint. They basically only had one center that day because they didn't even have Dean Wade. It was only Evan Mobley. He got it done for the first half, but they could not get it done for the full game. Jared Allen makes all the difference here, guys. They're 2-0 last 2 versus the Bucks with Jared Allen in there. Bucks 1-5 against the spread, last 6 overall. I know how Budenholzer is against the division. I know they're at home coming off a loss, all that. I don't care here, guys. I got to take my spots. I got to go with what I know. What I know is I want to take the Cavs plus the points versus the Bucks with a full squad out there. So hopefully LeVert comes back today as well. I don't think that I saw him on the injury report. Lamar Stevens did get downgraded to doubtful with the illness here, but I don't care here, guys. I'm taking the Cavs plus the 4, top play today. I mean, it's not that I'm fading the Bucks. I like the Bucks, but I do think this Cavs team is for real. I think they're one of the top 3 teams in the East, guys. I fully believe that they're starting to catch their wind again. Remember last time they were facing the Bucks, they were off a 4-game losing streak as well. They were on the road for a while, came home for 1 game, then back on the road again. And then right after that, they start to put together. I think they keep it going here. I think the Cavs win this game here. But regardless, I'll take the points. Give me the Cavs here plus the 4 with Jared Allen back in there in the lineup. Cavs plus the 4. Top player today, my guys. Also on Tulane plus the 1. Also on Missouri plus the 4 as well, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Houston here, man. I just like talking out NBA with my guys, man. I love doing this shit, man. Let's keep it going. Now, other interesting spots here, guys, even though I don't have other plays, but let's talk about it. We got the Rockets here getting 7.5 points at the house. We're going to the streets of Houston here. H-Town, you see what I'm saying? Rockets. Now, the Hawks, they have the Heat and the Sixers on deck. So you somewhat of a little sandwich spot. You're going out on the road for the Rockets here. Somewhat a meaningless game. Then you got the Heat and Sixers on deck. They could be looking ahead here, guys. Remember what I'm saying. Hawks are disconnected right now. Rockets off 5 days. They're off for 5 days, guys. They have the major rest advantage here. They could really exert a lot of energy here. I know that Şengün is out for the Rockets here, but they kept it close with the Hawks. First game of the season. They were getting 10.5 points in their game. Rockets up and down in that one. They were up, smacking them up. Then before you know it, Rockets got the lead, right? Then the Hawks went back and covered by 10. But more importantly, the Rockets may be able to hang with these guys, man. The Hawks bench is horrible. I'll tell you that right now. Their starting 5 can hang with the best of them. The bench, when the bench play comes here, that's when the Rockets could really go on a run. And that's exactly what happened in the first game of the season in Atlanta as well. So I'd lean Rockets here, plus the 7.5, especially with their 5 days off. The home dog here with the major rest advantage with revenge as well. I can only look towards the Rockets here. It's not something that I bet, but I just like talking out games with you guys. If I had a free play on a game, I'd be taking the Rockets there plus the 7.5. Let's go over here to the streets of OKC here. We got the Thunder getting 2.5 points versus the Chicago Bulls here, guys. I'm glad you're watching the show as well because I believe I'm doing this show and I'm doing another one, but the picks will not be posted on Twitter today, my guys. A lot of people taking advantage. They don't even want to watch the show, so let's see what happens here. But Bulls, the land 2.5 here on the road. Off 2 straight impressive wins, right? You could argue it's a letdown. I don't think so. I'm arguing that it's momentum, and they're going to bring the momentum here. The Thunder, what are they doing here? Are they kind of starting to tank? They should have won that game versus the Nuggets, right? End up going to overtime, and it looks like they lost that one on purpose, if you ask me. So Bulls, they need to keep it going, and they need to keep the momentum going as well. OKC off 3 straight losses, starting to regress back to reality, right? We know that OKC isn't that good. SGA was playing at a high level. They still don't really have centers to pack the paint or stop anybody from getting to the paint. So don't be surprised if DeRozan, Levine, and Vucevic have their way down low. Maybe even guys like Patrick Williams as well. So OKC has went to the over 8 straight times, guys. So you know me, I don't really care about totals, but there was something interesting. They're 8-0 to the over last 8. So wouldn't be surprised if this another game went over. That shows me as well that OKC is not playing defense. It's probably why they've lost their last 3 games. Also coming off an overtime game. I'd lean towards the Bulls, keeping it going here. It's a super public side. They have struggled with the Thunder in years past, but I sense a little bit different with the Bulls here this year. They're playing defense, and I'm sure that they want to mow down these teams as well, these little bit lesser teams. So lean Bulls there, -2.5, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Boston. We're doing every single game here, solo show. So I'm saying breaking out every single game, rapid fire. Let's get to it. We're going to the streets of Boston here. We got the Celtics laying 8 points versus the Sacramento Kings here. Kings 5-2-1 against the spread last 8 meetings. They're also 5-0 against the spread last 5 after an ATS loss here. They can score with the best of them. You see what I'm saying? But obviously Boston will have to bring their best game here. If they don't, Kings might cover another game here. I know that they're on the East Coast, but this is what the Kings do, man, especially on these type of numbers, +8. They play a scrappy style of basketball, starting to play a little bit of defense as well. We know the Celtics are high flyers, right? But versus a Western Conference team, maybe this game doesn't matter as much here. So I'm not betting against the Celtics, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings did keep it close here, maybe lose the game by around 3 or 4 points, but be like a stifling underdog here. So I'd lean Kings +8. It's not something that I bet. It's not something I'm not in a hurry to bet against the Celtics right now as well, guys. They're definitely a top tier team in the NBA. Maybe if they got Brown or Tatum or somebody sitting out, maybe you could find a spot to fade them. But I'm just not in a hurry to fade Boston in general, guys. I hope it makes sense. Go over here to the streets of Miami. I just want to spend my Easter in Miami. It's my last day in. I'll mess with y'all. But the Heat, man, they took care of us last game, man. Cashed a nice little trifecta spot. But I don't even have any notes written down this game. I know I'm not betting this one. You do get the home and home, and I think Bill should be back in here. Not sure if Monte Morris is back, but they were impressive in the first half. Obviously start to run out of gas in the second half. There's somebody calling my phone, but I don't have much on this game. I do think the Heat can keep it going versus team if they like to. Now you have somewhat equal rest advantage, right? Get off my phone, man. Get off my phone. But it's a tough game for me. You do have the 8-11 team laying points versus the 10-8 team. Wouldn't be surprised if the Heat got it done once again. I don't really like the game, to be honest with you. Maybe if Beal and Morris are still out, I might take the Heat again. But I wouldn't be surprised if Beal comes back. It's a tough game for me. I'm not in a hurry. It's a tough day to bet, guys. I'll be honest with you. Especially day after Thanksgiving. It's going to be some crazy results today. Beal is out once again. Beal is out, it says Friday. Monte Morris and Hachimura are questionable here. So let's keep an eye on that one. Let's see. Bam, he's probable. Gabe Vincent, questionable. Tyler Hero, questionable. Struz, doubtful. Duncan Robinson, doubtful. Butler, out. Man, these motherfuckers got a long injury report. 10 people on the injury report. But with Beal out again, I probably would lean towards Heat again. Now they're even got more rest now, guys. So maybe Heat, once again. It's not some tough slate, guys. I'm doing this show for you guys. I'm only making one play, making these college football games. I'm finna chill today, man. I got to give me another office chair. But let's go over to the streets of San Antonio. Don't have much on this game, man. These last 3 games, I don't have much. I shouldn't even break them down, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I guess for the sake of talking about them, Spurs, they're getting 3 points at the house. Do I want to lay points with the Lakers on the road? No. They were getting 5. They were laying 5 at first, and it's come down to 3. Obviously, LeBron's still out. I don't care about this game, man. The Spurs, they're getting blown out by everybody right now. You do get a revenge spot as well, where they just lost 123-92 versus the Lakers, 5 days ago. So you do get the quick revenge. Spurs, lost 6 straight games. I don't even want to get into how much they've lost somebody. So ATS margins, -13.5, -25, -13.5, -10.5, -28. They've been getting absolutely smoked by basically everybody, man. I don't care about this game. I'm not laying points with the Lakers, and I don't want to take the Spurs, guys. So I'm sorry, but good luck with that game. Let's go over here to the streets of Phoenix. We got the Suns laying 12.5 points, guys, versus the Detroit Pistons. Not sure what's got into the Pistons or what they've been smoking, but I need some of it. You see what I'm saying? No Cade, no Isaiah Stewart. They've been mowing teams down. Just beat the Jazz as 11.5-point underdogs on a back-to-back, guys. They just went in there to beat Denver. See what I'm saying? It's 11.5-point underdogs. Then back-to-back in Utah, the toughest back-to-back to do, depleted roster, and you go out there and beat up on the Jazz by 9 points. See what I'm saying? 125, 116. Not sure what they're smoking, but I'd lean the Pistons here to keep it going. This is the last game of a 6-game road trip. Obviously, the Suns could smoke them if they want to. First game of back-to-back for the Suns, though. They have the Jazz tomorrow. So it's not something that I'm in a hurry to take, but I'd lean Pistons there. Let me see. Did they lose to Jazz this year? Yeah. Quick revenge spot for the Suns as well. They got the Jazz tomorrow, and they just lost to the Jazz by 1 point. They're going to want that game tomorrow. Am I in a hurry to take the Pistons on the last game of a 6-game West Coast road trip? I'm not, but they are showing to playing well right now. Suns, in theory, in a look-ahead spot. Lean Pistons plus the boatload of points in that one. Maybe they keep it going there, guys. Damn, a couple more games here. Shit, I don't have much on either one of these. So we got the Warriors here laying 8 points versus the Jazz. Warriors, they clean up teams at the house. You fade them on the road, but they clean up teams at the house. Jazz, somewhat starting to falter a little bit. Again, off 2 straight losses here. But what did they do? After the last time they went off 2 straight losses, they came back with something, or they was off 3 straight losses. But they came back with something, right? It's a tough game for me. Wouldn't be surprised if Jazz did what they do and stay feisty in this game. They don't have Conley, though. It'd be nice to have him in this game, at least to hit some threes. But tough game for me, guys. Wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors got it done. Wouldn't be surprised if the Jazz got it done. Don't want to bet against the Warriors at the house. You want to find spots to fade them on the road, guys. So it's real simple with me. I could go back into last year's, the numbers, all that stuff. A lot of stuff is all about feel and how these guys have been playing lately. That's the only thing that matters, guys. So that's it for me. I don't have much on that game. Last game up, Nuggets versus Clippers. I don't have anything, man. I'm sorry. It's a tough game. You got the Clippers getting 3 points here at the house. No Paul George, no Kawhi once again, but now they're at the house, man. This is a late night game as well. Nuggets, you know what I can see? I can see everybody hopping on the Nuggets, and then the Clippers probably getting it done here, guys. With this the game without Paul George and Kawhi, they probably try to actually show up for it. They've lost 4 out of 5 to the Nuggets over there as well. So they've lost 5 out of the last 6 to the Nuggets over there. The road team is 6-4 against the spread or straight up the last 10. It's a tough game for me, guys. In theory, you'd like to take the Nuggets here with the 2 main players out for the Clippers, but Nuggets they're a soft team, man. In my opinion, I feel like the Clippers could really try to muscle them up if they wanted to. So you got Jokic probable, no Bones Highland. So your main scorer off the bench is out in this game. You'd need him. Like Jamal Murray will be back. Michael Porter Jr. questionable here. So if Michael Porter Jr. and Bones Highland are out, the Nuggets could definitely lose this game. One thing I'm noticing, when Bones is out, their bench scoring really goes down, guys. So that's it, man. That's it for the card today, man. Let's go over the free picks. I'll give you the college football picks that I'm on first. One of the games starts in 30 minutes. I'm on Tulane plus the 1. I don't like that the quarterback is out for Cincinnati. Could be one of those where they rally around the team, but regardless, I think Cincinnati, I've really been fading them all year. Their offense is somewhat broken. Obviously, they lost their best cornerback. Lost their best quarterback over the last year, but team been teetering on this loss all season. I think this shit's been building up all season for them to lose this game. Give me Tulane here. They seem like a team of destiny here. I'm taking them plus the 1. They are on the road here, but this is for whoever's going to host the ACC championship game, and I think Tulane deserves it. If you've been following them this year, team has the best defense in the conference, and I think they lean on it today. I would lean to the under in that game because 2 good defenses and the new quarterback for Cincinnati. He is mobile, so I hope that doesn't hurt us. But I'm on Tulane here, plus the 1. I'd be surprised if they didn't get it done today versus Cincinnati with the redshirt sophomore making his first career debut versus a tough defense, Tulane. So give me Tulane. I'm on Missouri as well, plus the 4. They're sitting at 5-6 on the season. They need this win to be bowl eligible, right? And they're at the house. Arkansas coming off a big win. I need Missouri here plus the 4, and also 1 for tomorrow. Same thing. UTEP, they're getting 17 in this one versus UTSA. They're sitting at 5-6. They need the win for bowl eligibility. I'm not sure they'll get the win, but that's all I need is them to come in motivated to get the win. Getting 17 points. We're on UTEP tomorrow plus 17, so that's plus It's 3 college football picks. Tulane plus the 1, Missouri plus the 4, UTEP tomorrow plus the 17. I also like Air Force as well versus San Diego State, but it's a little bit later game. But yeah, for today, Cavs plus the 4, man. I did this the other time and I did lose versus the Bucks, but we're winning this one. Cavs win this game outright versus the Bucks. Jared Allen is then this time around. It's not going to be that many easy buckets in the paint. Should probably take them first half as well. They covered the first half even without Jared Allen. Why can't they do it with him? I want to take the Cavs. I like Cavs full game plus the 4. Heavy lean to full first half as well. What else? Heavily lean to the Wolves as well. This line is going up, but I still lean Wolves. Lean Magic as well. They've lost 8 straight to the Sixers. This is your best possible time to get a win over the Sixers. If you don't get it now, not sure when it's going to come. Lean Blazers. Hopefully they didn't go back to Portland. If they didn't go back to Portland, the Blazers are about to come out here and win this game. Knicks defense is ass. They cannot be laying points right now versus anyone, in my opinion. And the Blazers, what do? They cash one for us, then they don't cash, and they cash one for us. So this is the spot where the Blazers should get it done. Hopefully they can go back to Portland and they'll get it done. Heavily lean to the Blazers. If I had a second top play, it would be Blazers plus the points. Sharps are all over this shit. It's come down from 5.5 to 3.5. It should cash, guys. Other lean towards the Pelicans there versus the Grizzlies. Lean Nets. Like I say, I'm on Cavs full game. Lean Cavs first half. Lean Rockets home dog with revenge. 5 days off of rest. Lean Bulls as well to keep it going. Would like to lean Kings, but I can't bet against the Celtics. Would lean Heat early and often once again. Would lean the Pistons to keep it going in that one, my guys. That's it, man. That's it for the show. Tulane, Missouri, UTEP tomorrow, Cavs plus 4 today, full game, guys. Let's go 4-0 one time for the one time. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. All the positive energy that you guys bring, man, that you send me, positive vibes. I really appreciate it, guys. It's all love. I do this shit for you guys. Obviously, I'm trying to win for myself, but I'm trying to win for you guys as well. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you hit the like button. I hope you subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about the show as well. And if you see me posting on Twitter, guys, retweet. I like to post the pics on Twitter, but I feel like people don't even really show love on there. You see what I'm saying? So if you're cashing with me or regards, man, retweet the show. Let's try to get as many people in here as possible. It's us against the bookies, right? Let's get some cash. You're not competing against me. You're competing against whoever you're betting with. I know me. I got a personal vendetta versus Barstool, FanDuel, Caesars, all these. Well, I'm trying to get kicked out by all these motherfuckers up here, man. So I'm up here in the mountains trying to get some cash, guys. Let's get this cash today. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We out, guys. We will win. It's that simple.